I wanted to just talk about the rural preservation program in particular. So the proposal this year that, in I think both of your testimony, is to increase to restore the money that was cut from the executive budget, and also add, there are several communities that don't currently have rural preservation programs.
Yeah.
Can you just talk a little bit more about, and I know unfortunately Michelle Hinchy, our ag chair, who spends a lot of time working closely on all of these issues, housing as well as many others in those communities. But can you just talk a little bit more about how those programs work, why they're essential, and why we should be making sure we fill in the gap? Because it is a significant addition this year, and it's going to be, it's going to be a fight to get it.
So they're nonprofit. There's a network of nonprofit organizations called Rural Preservation Companies. There's currently 60 of them around the state. They provide housing counseling. They do rehab, repair. They build housing. They do all kinds of weatherization work, things like that. There are certain parts of the state that don't have any coverage. There's nobody doing that work in that area. So I get calls from legislators. I get calls from residents saying, I have a problem with the leaking roof. My mobile home needs to be replaced. I'm sorry, I look at my map, I see who's serving that area, I'm going, there's no coverage over there. I have nobody to send you to. I'm sorry. They start crying, and I was like, I'm sorry, I can't help you. So there are people out there crying for help, and there's nobody there to help them. So that's one of the things we need to do, is by expanding the number of RPCs from this current 60 to hopefully 64. The other thing we're asking for, again, is more funding for the Rural Preservation Program. Our ask is, as we did last year, we asked for parity. Right now, neighborhood preservation companies get $142,000 per organization. We get $130,000 per. I don't understand why there's a disconnect. Why are urban areas given more money than rural areas? We just want equality and equity when it comes to funding for the Rural Preservation Program.